battles, it's your boy Troubz. I am the plug. If you're in the building, make some noise, man. And on my left-hand side, representing Glory from London. You lot seen him in the channel putting in work. Man like MOAK, make some noise, man. And when on my right-hand side, one of the goats of our culture, man like Tony D representing Nice, make some noise. Off camera, we decided Tony's going first. Round one on Tony, man. Let's go. You ready? Yeah! Alright. Hey, don't let this gas you. Bro, don't think you being here is based on merit, because it's not. You are not here because you battled to a position at the top. You are not here because you're the competition that I want. You are here as a stark reminder that I make poor decisions when I'm drunk. But you too. Why did nobody stop me? Look where the liquor's got me. I'm like Paul Rudd. Look at us. Who would have thought it? Not me. Bro, you are diet food. I am used to having big plates prepped. Still, I'm writing for a body, like ink-stained flesh. My last battle, I beat the champ. Should have a big name next. But my last battle, I beat the champ. Watch how this shit makes sense. This is punishment. I get it now. I understand. I beat the boss of the whole league and then I went and beat the current champ. Briggsy looking at me like, Tone, you're fucking up the brand. Because he took me from a solid 10 to a low 5. Ain't that underhand? No. And was you in it too? Was Troubz and Briggz in cahoots? We'll revisit this soon. Right after I finish with you. Cause see you, yeah? Nah, do you know what it is, bro? This is dirt on my record. Like Scuff Final. He served battles he don't deserve, cause that's just how leagues work. But please, for him, this is a cup final. My name on his resume. But we got battle rappers jealous. His name on my bro, they're gonna fucking think I fell off. To go from the champ to this guy facing Tony. Bro, I'm top 3. He probably like 95 place below me. I knew I'd have to drop tears because of the sly way they told me. No name in the text, just blatantly sent the cry face emoji. I am a headline act. I'm the GOAT, I'm a star. There's people in the building watching you right now that still don't know who you are. This like losing at 21. I should have known from the start, because playing the hand you dealt. Final twist, I'm stuck low on a card. Cause what the fuck is a MOAK? Bro, MOAK. Before you made a name for yourself, you actually had the chance to make a name for yourself. And you chose MOAK. Bro, MOAK. Did you even think about it properly? Hey, see that you there? He's a fucking MOAK. Bro, your shit sounds derogatory. But it's hard to flip. Still, I thought of a couple to torment him. Like initially, the man opposed already knows that this will be the mother of all killings. My mind on a knockout. I was properly on it. Like they put Johnny Come Lately versus Johnny Mnemonic. But I had a bunch of acronyms all assembled together. I stopped and read the shit back like, Bobby Rex already did that and Bobby Rex did it better. And that brought You did, bro, you did. Bobby Rex did it better. So that brought me back to, the fuck is a MOAK, bro? You got the worst name, Shotty Horroh. just sounds cool. O'Shea, that's his surname. Raptor, that's a prehistoric bird name. So simple and effective, and that boy beyond Earth's plane. Kruger, his first name is Freddy. That's just wordplay. Gas buff. Okay, I don't know about that. Okay, I don't know about that one, but it works, mate. They call me Tony. Cause my name's Tony, duh brain. What were the ones you rejected if MOAK was in first place? It's not even a noun, an adjective, or a verb, mate. It's the first 4 selected in Countdown. I'll have a consonant, please, Rachel. Vowel. Bro, it's a collection of letters that's still prone to being mispronounced now. So he thought of a slogan to explain how we should say his name. Do you know what that says to me, bro? Shit slogan, shit name. But you know. But this the big game. You got tone at your throat. You get too close, bro, I throw a bow at your boat. Cause I don't give a fuck if it's MOAK or MOAK. You get that whole shit broke just trying to go at the goat.
Hold it down.
Gear 1. We got MOAK versus Uncle Tony D.
Yep.
Now, a lot of people thought I had a death wish, but I killed him back in 2019 on some next tip. It was poets versus rappers. Their captain, I never would have guessed it. I swear, the shit came out of the blue like a Smurfle never mind. It just wasn't expected. So I'm confused. When you lot say he's someone I can't pen with, when I killed him with simple lines and dead flips. And I've been living rent-free in your mind ever since without covering the overhead shit. And cleared him, all 3 rounds, one of his worst nights. Wait, my birthday's 1st July. Yours is the 31st, right? Cool. So you should know 30 separates us as a birthright. And So you should know 30 separates us as a birthright. And today is not a different story. Today is not a different story. You're a Spurs fan, right? So you know it's a myth with glory. Midlife crisis. Still searching for the 30s in his middle 40s. So I gotta leave Earth with old man like Rick and Morty. From poetry to battle rap. A lot of vets thought this is a field I wouldn't last in, but I persisted with the grafting and got tone with less plates than most, like intermittent fasting. But to some it's, MOAK is reaching. The hype is something they don't believe in. These times they can't be in the conversation with Uncle like, shh. Stay quiet when grown folks are speaking. Gear 2. Despite the buzz, lately I've not been having to fight as much. But here's where I put my foot down and apply the clutch. Turn that midfield to a Midas touch. I call it gears because this is poetry in motion. So watch how I oust him. This night won't be on his high horse once I shift the stick like jousting. If I split clean writtens, just know he's in the dirt like his case been lowered in the hearse. Well look, it's bell hooks. Forget the caps in my name, you better focus on this work. But for Tony, this is a battle he would expect to boss. But the don't flop version of you is far from what you're a reflection of. Because your record here on Prem is kinda sketchy once we connect the dots. But you'll still get the best of odds, and I should expect a loss. Yeah, the stakes are high, but trust the pressure's not. Because for Tony, in the Premier League, all bets are off. But for the career you've had... Like that? Crazy. But for the career you've had, bias might enter, because your name alone is half of the Arsenal like Wenger. Within that bar lies the subliminal, because I was talking about arson. This fire criminal, gear 3. Let me guess what you're gonna do this battle. Question my moral high ground. Because apparently that's what makes me vex. Well, today I'd save your breath. Because they put this knight next to a rook, and today I'm playing chess. And if I've taken so many L's, and been such a casualty, then tell me why the top tier battlers, yourself included, still want to battle me. Because either I've got all it takes, or you've had a serious fall from grace. I mean, Quill even had to bring a shovel prop to our battle just to get praise on stage. So let's call it what it is. A spade's a spade. Let's go. You created a collective called the Poisonous Poets. They ain't really known to this day. The legacy eroding away. So chatting about my poetry is a game you don't want to play. Because if you're a symbol of the poisonous, I'll be putting your skull and bones on display.
Crazy. Let's go.
And if Tony's your hero, if Tony's your hero,
Tony's your hero.
if Tony's your hero, ain't no way I'm tripping. Psych, that was a fake joke just to let you know I'm comfortable playing villain. Yeah, Rome wasn't built in a day, and that's testament to the ways of your pen. But we don't care if you've done this for X amount of years. Just make sure today you're on 10. It's MOAK, not MOAK. Please ensure that is all cap.
Next round of Tony D, let's go!
Bro,
Let's go.
your birthday's the 1st of July. Well, I'm glad that you came here. Because you about to be the first man ever to turn 30 twice in the same year.
Let's go. Hold it down, man.
Bro, what the fuck is a MOAK? Don't even deserve my attention. But who is MOAK? Is a far more pertinent question. As a man and a battle rapper, the traits mesh. And your true self get displayed on this center stage flex, but I looked below the surface. I peeped the wave's depth. I put you under the microscope and study blood's features like an AIDS test. You change step every time you do the do. Depending on your opponent, it seems to me your point of view can move. See, this square will spin the block and change it up like a Rubik's Cube. Your timeline shows principle switching, like Strickland in Back to the Future 2. Car, if it suits him, I don't do gun bars. Then the mood swing, and you hear MOAK do gun bars. So who is MOAK's a dumbass. Every battle plays the switch and it's mad annoying shit. He played different roles on screen like James McAvoy in Split. But see me, you see me, the same guy. Anywhere I'm at, bro, you change size depending where you rap, bro. If positive when the topic is uplifting black folk, then it's match day. And that day he puts on his battle rap clothes. And then it's jab, poke, stab holes. Might even let the strap go. I'm at the bar, Guinness loading, listening. Like, is that MOAK? You are tragically lacking in character, chap. Backtracking to match with the battle you're at. At times he's blacker than black activist raps, but might be packing the Mac in the back of the hat. It got exposed when you clash roots, because his message didn't lack truth, but the method and the messenger, yeah, bad move. But you didn't rebuttal shit, so in fact you stood there and let a white boy tell you he out-blacks you. Listen, I step battled the kid and corrected the narrative. So if anything, you should be telling me thank you. When I attack you, it's angles. It's angles, methods, bars, punches. You take the moral high ground and invite the crowd to pass judgment. But fuck that whole gimmick, because I seen bro switch it. Because you told Viz, what you told Viz is, you grew up with stone killers. But that's just so different to you when you approach Rivers. Because you dissed him for the same, bro, it really be your own nigga. I mean, you... I mean, you find him spitting grease if it means protecting his winning streak till his ops is really in the street, and then he looks at it differently, because literally you had Rivers sweating visibly when you aired out his government name and then linked him to criminal activity to win a battle. Are you fucking kidding me? So you can't do that. So you can't do that. You can't do that. So who is MOAK? Chill.
Hold it down.
Man, rap, man. Because you told Viz those kids you grow with was your peer group. Then you turn around and diss man for doing crime. You a weird you. Because you know the circumstance that leads to that as a career move. And it's not from some moral code that you adhere to, because you said the fear of God and your parents kept you from going there too. That means you still wanted to do it. This pussy was just scared to. I still remember the lessons my oldest taught to me. How to weigh risk versus reward and then act accordingly. Let's state the basics. Let's state the basics. For you, chasing papers, there was no, fuck it. Let's state the basics. You wasn't chasing papers and having to face dangers with a bunch of bait arrangements. You didn't even change with the day shift like Dan and Eddie in the trap. Over $1, bet. We trade in places, but you probably got a deal. Listen.
That was crazy. Bet.
Bet, you heard it, right? You probably got Adele on your favorite playlist. Because if you was ever coming close to running roads, it was listening to Chasing Pavements. But as a little youth, I really rode in a crew that cooked up and peddled food on road 20 years before Deliveroo. I am living proof. I am living proof of how to change, because nowadays, listen, I am living proof of how to change, because nowadays I'm far from it. But I got a gut feeling, I done some shit you couldn't stomach. So you was scared to hang around us. But then you get up here and dismiss the stories and experience surrounding us until it suits him, and then he'll ride it in around for us. Walk a mile in my shoes, pussy, you wouldn't make 2 feet in my house slippers. Yes! Second round of MOAK.
That was a nice round. Like I said in the first, he was gonna question my moral high ground, but it's cool. The fact you can say came out the blue like a Smurf orgasm. Fire! The fact you can say came out the blue like a Smurf orgasm. The fact you can say came out the blue like a Smurf goes to show with you, anything can happen. Because I noticed his courses of action, slowing down his delivery, pausing for traction, so you hang on every word till he gets to the punch and it forces a reaction. Because we fall into patterns, breathing sighs and relief that he ain't stalling his rapping, because he's had history of choking before, so of course we have thoughts it could happen. But speaking of history repeating itself, you said in your battle against Bizzo, I don't recycle rhymes. All of those battles, I ain't never doubled up on a line of mine. Ain't no repackaged bars presenting old shit as new shit. There's no way that is me. Really? So I went through his battles to check if he was embellishing or not. Went through clip by clip, editing the evidence to a crop. and I came back with the most ironic ballistic report. I was relishing what I got, because I saw his death from 1,000 cuts after inspecting all the shots. The first example I caught through the net was you doing that when black magic happens like Voodoo Bar against Roots and Rex. Then I thought maybe it's a one-off, because you know, I like the lad. But then you did that same CGI bar against Bizzo and Soul, so now that's twice as mad. You did that Stephen Hawkins impression. You did that Stephen Hawkins impression when you had to write for Bizzo and had to write for Math. You did that Cobra scheme against Chilla Jones and repeated it on the cypher on the wire.
He's talking!
Now,
Talk to him!
I said,
Talk to him! Keep talking.
the first example I caught through the net was you doing that when black magic happens. Magic happens against Roots and Rex. Then I thought maybe it's a one-off, because you know, I like the lad. But then you did that CGI bar against Bizzo and Soul, so now that's twice as mad. You did that Stephen Hawkins impression when you had to write for Bizzo and had to write for Math. You did that Cobra scheme against Chilla Jones and repeated it on the cypher on the wiretap. Now there were more instances I would have liked to add, but with time running out, I had to strike the pad. You see how your laziness breeds habits? Is it them weed packets? Because I thought you would be meticulous and that you would be savage, but you got that Hermes flow. Every delivery is a repackage. You lot say he's a God MC? To me, that's not enough, because we back this buck like it's in God we trust. But he's less omniscient, more omnibus. You said, I just put the zoot down and flex the muscle memory of a few thousand reps. Yeah, I'm pulling out the receipts to show you the extent of the cost. Because you're getting too old now, uncle. You're clearly suffering from memory loss. So now it's gonna go from muscle memory to in memory of. Matter of fact,
Keep it going.
matter of fact, where's Shuffle at? Because I need to speak to someone in HR too. Hello? Yeah, I thought Tony could get this work, but he's actually beneath the role. Who said he was fit for this? I need to know. Because I see gaps in his resume. I see the holes. Because he's been taking shortcuts, copying and pasting like you would on a keyboard. So I want to know how he got by with CV control. You did a body scheme against Shotty when you were hot on the scene as a killer. Did a body scheme against Bizzo and a body scheme against Chilla. You really overworked the body, and we paid mad chips for this nigga. That's insanity, Tone. What a rip for the figure. But it's Spotify vibes, because you lot put him next to Shuffle and the like. Oh, because bro on repeat. He been doing it on the low and discreet, acting like what he's showing his heat when he's been cloning body after body. You ain't a goat to me, you more like Dolly the sheep. So you can brag about how you hit the ground and run, but after exposing this, you're kind of sounding dumb. 3-time champ? Sounds like fun. Of course you would have broken records. You fucking sound like one. And after this battle, he might choose to take a step back and admire the scene and give us his soul material again and repeat his whole retirement speech. You said, before you retire, you want to battle for Saurus. Shit then, that will be like 2 Titans wrestling. And we'll get to see who's the king of Mr. 2-time everything. It's Tony D.
Let's go, man.
Talk to him.
It's Tony D, aka Tony Dangerous. Now I know why dude is rated, but Tony Dangerous? More like Tony Duplicated.
Wow. Really? Go.
More like Tony Duplicated. See, your laser writing shows you are not close to my equal. They painted this as the finest poet versus the finest rapper. And Pussy on Nah, I bet you had that one lined up. That's all for today, my time's up.
We ready?
Yeah.
Rebuttaling that round is not some shit I'll have trouble with. Cause you accuse me of biting my own raps, and then you fucking bit Shuffle shit. What the fuck? Bro, and I like you, bro. I got a kind heart. So I let you know, the best part of your whole round was my parts. Before he got here today, he had the slightest hope he might could win it. because he watched the game tapes. But main stage in real life is different. See, I woke up, toked up, rehearsed, came right to kill him. See, the God rolled stoned out of his cave to return. Like Christ is risen. See, the rhymes I've written, like Christ is risen. The rhymes I've written, like a prison riot. Hey, the rhymes I've written, like a prison riot with weapons drawn. Cause when I break out these bars for war, then we gonna see if your pen's secure. I am laser focused. I mean, it's red dot time. We in headshots like we playing COD on Xbox 5. You a hypocrite. Shut the fuck up, bro. Yo, like we playing COD on Xbox 5. You a hypocrite. That's your stress, not mine. You can wrestle with your conscience. I Hulk Hogan leg drop mine. Yo, this is 2 steps ahead versus stepped on twice. This is DEFCON 5. The man cannot match me. Versus Quill, you got killed from the crowd like that Travis Scott stampede. See, man's been under the weather. He's suffered lots. Cause his climate cooled and he ain't been the same since that touch of frost. But verse Ark, you didn't even manage a round. He knows, he fucking knows. Against Ark, you didn't even manage a round. You went from up shit creek to open water with no paddle and drowned. That shit was biblical. There's literal parallels found, cause once Ark land, 2-2s, he let the animal out. And he was better. He's hot as hell with this, bro.
Second time, bro.
Hold on. Let's go. Hold on. No, my basket. Yeah. All right. 2-2s, he let the animal out. He was banging you out. That's when I knew he was not official. Your last battle, lights out. It get dark when you lost the visual. See, you might be Mr. International. Your pen might travel, but you just gone from losing on I battle to losing when I battle. But you know what's crazy, mate? You're ABK. You along with 1, 2, 3, the other 88. But your recruitment's very shoddy. I don't think you're vetting properly. How is he anybody killer but him not kill anybody? But to challenge me, you're gonna have to leave Earth. Bro, you're gonna have to leave Earth just to challenge me. When they told him the news that Tony's the move, he said I'm over the moon. They said you're gonna fucking have to be. When I rock it in this space, it's lift off this evening, and your craft won't make it home. It's the Apollo mission repeating. See, it's the Apollo mission repeating. I mean, you among the stars now. It's a magnificent feeling like he fly, but too close to sun, he get the Icarus treatment. This is tailor-made. This is tailor-made, fitted from assembled threads. I get the measure of whoever they sent to meet us. I will go to any lengths. See, I got a mindful of undiscovered tech. So you should be mindful, cause you up against the cutting edge. This is blacker. Listen, this is a modern day minstrel show. I'm getting him. It's a modern day minstrel show, getting in blackface. I'm in my bag and got it jumping from the off like a sack race. See, man's reign has ended. Still brother facing a flood, cause you a storm in a teacup. Bro, I'm a hurricane in your mug. So go find a place. So go find a place to sit down, hide away, mid-crowd. MOAK observing Tony's ways is like overturning Roe v. Wade. Cause the bitch realizing it's a fight to take the kid out. I've been out. See, I've been out for years and never been more well. Since you was inside, watching me outside, like ring doorbell. I've been outside. I've been outstanding, I've been outside. I'm still standing, still outside too. Who said you'd make it out alive? You've been out and out lied to. I will outthink you, outwrite you, outwit you, outvibe you, outperform you, outrhyme you. Bro, take out chalk and outline you. My you. I take you. I take you out, like late night plans. You have got all the undeserved confidence of an average straight white man. Now it's easy. But we can see you fumbling the ball, playing the game I have planned. And we picture you all fingers and thumbs like AI hands. See that ram? Keep going. See the rams you rap. It's 2 week money, it's gyro time, but these strengths work to the week. Bro. Bring that back. The rhymes you rap, they 2 week money like gyro time, but these strengths work to the weekend like a 9 to 5. It's time to die. Yeah. It's a 30. Check the fans, cause they know it. They watch me get around smooth with the second hand on a Rolex. He's so stressed. He's not prepared for this type of rap. And he went from hoping I didn't phone it in to wishing I dialed it back. And
The day my son landed on Earth, I knew it was time to put plans into work, start taking risks, whilst we're standing on Earth. See, my craft's as bigger than me, whilst giving him the helping hand he deserves. But Uncle Tone, on the other hand, too lazy. And we tried to give him some help. But it's like working as a recruitment consultant. You know, he's got a great CV, experience, views, and title belts. So he was handed great opportunities, and he never really had to apply himself. Because all you cared about was getting the respect of your peers. But for me, when you got kids, the objective is clear. For their sake, you'd want to do everything in your power to project your career. Am I lying, Tony? Because then you have a music deal and sign with Sony. Open up for the greats like Busta Rhymes and De La Soul. Had the game in the palm of your hand and you let it go. Imagine getting that type of push in advance when most of us wouldn't get a look or a chance. See, I don't think you really take stock, because you could have had royalties for life once you had tape struck. But Cold Word Quavo is what we would have expected to see. That's basically Uncle to take off. But you only cared about those from your class blowing smoke up your ass whilst they evolve from the craft. Because Shotty's got this league and an amazing wrestling company. Shuffle's got a book with amazing gems and abundancy. Gems doing his thing with music.
That's not a word.
Huh?
Abundancy is not a fuck. Sorry.
Bro, come on, bro.
My bad. I'm a teacher, bro. Go. Come on.
Bro, come on.
Hold it down, let's go, Mo.
Definitely got to lose points for that one.
Bro, he's got fucking bro.
Chill, we gotta get through, let's go.
Even Jem's doing this thing with music, and you gotta even give props to Scoop shit. I mean, look at your age, mates. I mean, to be fair, the way you've aged, mate, means you got no age mates. But I suppose that was the gift and the curse, because there was no one like you on that main stage. See, I don't think you realize this is something you had the gift of the gabbing, slick with your aura and sick with the rapping. You said against Georgie, you didn't imagine being in your 40s, giving 30s to someone in their 20s. Well then tell us, Tone, what did you imagine? Because we saw no vision in action, no ambition at hand, no vision or plan. 30 years deep in this rapping game, that's one thing that really stuck with me. All that time invested for my kids not to benefit would really fuck with me. You put in 10,000 hours and some, and one day you might look back begrudgingly, and that will be the Daytona watch and realize that time was a luxury. Because what's a legacy? What's a legacy if you ain't planned for death? Nothing for the kids to inherit when you ain't a man of flesh. But now that ship is sailed, too late to put hands on deck, because they were supposed to see Uncle Phil Bankster cover wheels, but now that's out the door like Jazzy Jeff.
Let's go!
Because you had a platform and should have taken advantage, but you didn't want to mix with dedication and hardships. Like it wouldn't have hurt to try. It's part of the reason I got this merchandise, doing radio, poetry, anything in my power to learn and strive. So when my kid sees me, that gear 1 is subliminal, because he's learning drive. Like your kids might not want to be artists, but at least teach them to be a grafter. It might not take them all the way, but it's a starter, because hard work beats talent when talent isn't working harder. And there you have it. I showed you the difference between an uncle and a father. It's Mo.
pen, right, all of that. So judging MOAK and Tony, that battle was crazy. I feel like MOAK took the second, or the second is the most debatable round. I feel like Tony took the first and the third very clear. It was a dope battle. I feel like it's very hard for someone like MOAK because he has a lot of moments when he battles, he gets room shakers, and when you're standing in front of someone like Tony, it's like the room doesn't shake like it usually does. So it's crazy, like I can see that rattled him. But yeah, dope battle, gave it to Tony 2-1, all of that prem shit, pen, right, that.
Battle Wax, aka Wax Miller's chat prem. I was judging Tony D and MOAK. First round, I'm gonna give it an edge to MOAK. I thought I liked the more with the bar heavy. Tony was good, his charisma showed, but I thought MOAK was more bar heavy in the first. Second round, now I ain't gonna lie to you, Tony was on another dimension. Oh my God! Tony went on another dimension. Man did the real talk to perfection. Like the angles was hitting, it was barking on the room. I mean, don't get it twisted though. MOAK second was good.
Hey, yo.
But fuck yeah, no, Tony D.
1 second.
Was
Hey, everybody in the building, can you make some fucking noise for the Bloodstro?
Overall, I got the third round with Tony as well. I thought Tony I thought he was better the second round. I'm not gonna lie to you. Tony was wild in them last second 2 rounds. MOAK did good. However, let's put the second and third just overall. But 2-1 Tony at the end of the day. MOAK did good, man, but Tony 2-1 and this showed. Wax Millie.
Yo, it's Crafty judging Tony D versus MOAK. I love Tony's approach in this battle. I love seeing him take that sort of clowning approach, moving away from the punchlines, telling a story. I think he did it really well, mocking the name and the slogan, kind of ending on that go at the GOAT punchline, huge payoff. I felt like MOAK's first was his strongest. He was having a flurry of punchlines, but they just weren't as good or well written as Tony's material. The fake choke went off really well. I don't love those as much, but it really hit with the crowd. That was a really strong moment. So the Who is MOAK second round, Tony, he goes down that kind of road again. I thought it was brilliant. I thought MOAK had some good moments in the second, in memory of, but you know, the Smurf bar he was making fun of, I don't think it was really that bad, so that wasn't hitting for me. He kind of did the Gemini, breaking down the things you've recycled, but you need to interweave it with punchlines and big hitters if you're going to do that, otherwise you're just kind of listing. So I think it got a bit boring at some points, even though he had a couple of good moments as well. The shuffle thing as well, recycling that, it just didn't quite work. Even the Insanity bar, I remember a similar one that Raptor said to Tony. So I thought his angle didn't really hit. Tony had less haymakers, but they were super well crafted. The outthink you, outrhyme you, leading up to that massive bar, that was amazing. And for me, MOAK's final angle as well didn't quite hit. I thought the Fresh Prince bar was pretty cool, and there were moments like that again, but overall there was a pretty clear gulf. I think Tony's writing, storytelling, his peaks and troughs of his performance, his rebuttals, stage presence were all a lot higher. So I have it as a pretty comprehensive 3-0. And I think it is a little case of fast tracking somebody to a big battle before they're ready for it, and it happens quite a bit in my opinion. I might catch some hate for saying that, but I think let people grow a little more. I hope MOAK comes back a lot stronger. He's got a lot to give, but yeah, I think Tony just kind of uncle versus son, you know, teacher versus student, kind of just scored him a little bit. So 3-0 Tony, big love to both of them. Look forward to their next clash.